episode 23, Onboarding Staff Tips and Gym Class Specifics. I'm your host, Dr. Justin Trosclair, and we're back with another mini-sode. If it's one of your first times listening to this and you're not yet subscribed, you can visit adoctorsperspective.net/listen. It will send you direct to the podcast app that you have on your phone, and you just hit that subscribe button and you never miss the main episodes or these mini-sodes. Definitely tell a friend. Today's show is from a podcast called Masters in Fitness. The episode is 50 Principles of High Profit Fitness Business with Joe. Again, if you're new to this, these are just summaries. These are kind of the highlights, the bullet points from podcasts that I listen to. So if you want the flushed out version, check out the full episode. That's the point. So this guy started out with like a smaller clinic, and they were doing 4-to-1 class sizes. So 4 people per one trainer or doctor. And then they got so good, they went up to 6,000 square feet and ended up getting to a 16-to-1 ratio. But they started having attrition problems and all this, and the community was kind of wavering. And they're like, oh, man, you know what it was? That personal touch was lost. So we went back to 6-to-1. Yeah, I think 4-to-6. I think another episode we did, 4 is like a good start, all the way up to 8 if you had the square footage for it. So that's right in the ballpark right there. We talk about fees. You got to figure out what are your expenses, plus what margin do you want to have, and then just work backwards. So what does that mean? You got $6,000 in expenses, and you want to make 30% profit, add that to it, and then work backwards on like would you need per class. And once you get to per class, you can divide that out by, where you have 4 people or 6 people, and say, okay, well, I need to charge this much for each class. And remember, you don't have to have a doctor to deliver these classes. You can pay like an athletic trainer or personal trainer. And so you're looking at $25 for like a trainer per hour. And if you charge $25 for each client, well, shoots, you made $75 in that hour. And that's just with $25 fees per person that's in the class. And again, the trainers may only make $25 an hour. So they're not really expensive when you have these classes like this. But what's important too is you got to have a system so someone can replace you. If you got to step away and go on vacation for 3 weeks, what's your system? You should have people in there that are cross-trained, that can just follow a system so that the sales process doesn't slow up and all that. Okay, so one of the things he talked about a lot that resonated with me was hiring. So figuring out what are your core values for your clinic. And not so much in skills, but in the things that just come naturally to somebody. Are they pessimistic? You probably don't want that person. Are they lazy? You don't want that person either. So sometimes they just want somebody that doesn't really have much experience so that they can actually train them the way they want it. Because you can't really train passion. And so they do like a 30-day trial. Whether they find them from a gym or whoever they're, the front desk, they get a 30-day trial. And during that 30 days, they don't expect you to know what you're doing, right? They're like, do what we tell you, and we're watching for your attitude. We said, are you a go-getter? Are you showing initiative? Are you excited? Are you passionate? Yes, awesome. You follow the rules. Yes, awesome, great, cool. Now, we'll transition into a 90-day trial where you start getting more involved and maybe seeing some of these clients. And are you adding value to the clinic? Again, are you still probably with a positive attitude? Are you still learning? And what are you bringing to the table? And if all that works out, then boom, you got yourself a new hire. And a big thing was onboarding. What are the expectations? What do you expect from your employees? A lot of us don't even have like a checklist for our staff front desk. So you should have a checklist. Like in the morning, do X, Y, and Z. Make sure the chairs are clean. Magazines are tidy. The bathroom looks right. Maybe vacuum at morning and at lunch, and have a checklist. That way they know what's expected of them. For a doctor, it's going to be different. For a trainer, it's going to be different. Like you may have to go through and train them on the types of exercises that you expect. You might have a protocol that you've been working on for neck pain, for knee pain. And you're like, look, this is what it is. Just do it. Now, you have some skills. You can do different variations depending on what the person needs, but that's what you should do. So what are your KOIs, leads, trials, sales, and retention? Those are like the 5 things that he really looks at to see the metrics in his business. The leads, are they getting trials? Are they making the sales? And are they retaining the people that are coming in? So what does that look like in an eye doctor's office, in a dentist office? Are you offering contacts? Are you offering like a higher exam? Are you trying to get the lenses built in the office with transition lenses? I don't know. And then when you have patients, do they come back for an eye doctor? What is it? Once a year? Twice a year? Dentists 2-3 times a year for teeth cleaning? And you can follow that. What are you doing? Are you not getting them back in? And I'm sure there's a lot of ways for dentists to do that through mail and phone calls and everything else. I always get like a postcard. Hey, it's been a while. Get your teeth clean. What? So anyway, hope you got some good information from this. I don't mean for these shows to get much longer. I guess I've just been taking more notes on some of these episodes. They had they had a lot to say, and I guess I'm rambling a little bit, so I apologize for that. We're going to try to keep these things under 15 minutes, right? That's my goal. 3 to 10, push it to 15. A Doctor Perspective minisode. We just went hashtag behind the curtain.